Even, you know what's hilarious? That video was deemed advertiser friendly.
Here's some help.
There's a sniper in the area.
There you go, there's your first aid. Reloading.
Oh, hey, look out. I think you got some infantry headed our way.
Hey, I got some ammo.
Here you go, take that first aid.
Yeah, well, I feel like I haven't done a good job of pressing. Well, no, I feel like I need...
Taking fire! I'm taking fire!
I wouldn't know where to start.
We got this position secured. Over.
That shit.
Get the hell down! Friendly! Cease fire!
Firing a grenade. Hey, there's your med kit. Stand down. Here, take a fire. Grenade! I got it. Take them out. Stay.
Enemy infantry.
Got a man down!
Fire! Fire!
Got eyes on enemy infantry.
Took him out.
Bring
out!
Our objective has been secured.
Stand there, they got me locked down.
You know, there's...
There you go, there's your
12
ammo.
million imagined things. Like, of course, there's sexist stuff there. You know what? There's probably pedophiles. There's probably rapists. Like, it's just a blob we don't really know.
Ah, shit. We got some infantry.
Stay away!
Yeah, it's still worse than any other thing.
Take those buzzers out!
I'm changing bags!
I think you're correct.
Yeah, I got that motherfucker! Firing!
Spotted an enemy infantry.
Cover me while I reload!
We got enemy infantry in the area.
Yeah.
There you go, there's your ammo! There you go, fix yourself up for that. Take those bunkers out!
It's not a gesture.
Take them out!
Even within the lore of magic, you're a you can be whoever you prefer to be if you want to actually get into the lore and the role playing, which I don't know if you do. Yes.
Yeah, right. I mean, that's the whole point of fantasy. I mean, like, that's, you know, when people get upset about inclusion in fantasy games, it's like the least strong case they can make. Like, this is literally a world where you can be anything.
Oh, shit. Bad guys are heading this way.
I mean,
Hey, there's your med kit!
I got eyes on infantry, over.
Taking back!
But I have never been.
Watch it, man!
Jeremy, thank you. And a costume.
masterpiece, M. Night Shyamalan's Lady in the Water. Oh boy!
Прикройте, меняю магазин.
Just like all my other content, this is completely free, and I appreciate all of you helping us on Patreon making this possible. The release that we recorded North American Blu-ray running 4 frames per second, just in case.
Enemy has been neutralized. Position secure.
Anyway, if you enjoyed this new commentary track, I'll edited version at some point in the future. Sorry this one took so long as there were some issues that prevented this from
Emo,
being
over
recorded
here!
sooner. Stay tuned for the 2015 list coming this month. Thank you so much.
Enemy infantry. First aid over here.
First aid over here. Enemy sniper spotted. Over.
Oh yeah, Gael is our blind boy. He's never seen it before.
Also, he's
Objective has been secured.
I'm Adam.
Yeah, I'm Gael. I'm just gonna
Yeah, there we go. Gael Garcia Bernal, everybody.
Ooh,
Special
celebrity
guest.
guest.
Off to a good start.
Man down! Man down!
Yeah,
So-
can't tell if the narrator is Liam Neeson or a Native American.
So this film was marketed as a hey, this is a M. Night said this is a story that I tell my children at night, and I usually just go because I want to give
The first of 2 Shyamalan movies that he blamed on kids.
I feel bad for his kids.
I feel horrible for his kids. First of all, your name is Shyamalan. Oh,
So is he talking about the Indians?
this is like
Here's the map. Helping
yeah.
right
Took
up.
the term casino owner Americans.
whoa
Ammo over here.
right there.
Yep.
Thanks, Scoot.
Happy to do it.
Oh, by the way, classic. Pull it out your ass.
I don't know how something can be a classic and also new.
Instant classic. Look it up. This won 6 Oscars.
Scoot, can you do me a favor and 2 sentences on the back of this Blu-ray?
Right.
The first 2 sentences.
Just of the description.
Yeah.
I can't.
Position clear and under control.
Period. Lullaby. Period.
And good.
And good fright. Period.
Lady in the water, get out of there. Almost as fast as me.
Enemy outpost secured.
Stumbling the way people only do in movies.
Ammo right here.
Humana.
It's like
Clear.
Yeah, there you go.
To be fair, if they made a live-action Looney Tunes, Paul Giamatti would play Porky.
Перезарядка. Прикройте.
No such thing as
Достаньте.
speakers.
Fire in the hole! Granata противника!
A mouse is a creature.
Меняю обойму. Прикройте меня.
Taking fire!
Ammo over here.
Target down!
Especially me.
I appreciate the director's decision here to make us use our imagination to interpret what's happening off screen and the reactions. It's really riveting.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of subtlety and nuance in this
Why are
movie.
they screaming? They can't even see shit. Like, what are you?
I like how she's holding a cleaver, like a machete in the back, like she's going to, like what's she using?
The reason they're screaming is because there's a homunculus with a broom murdering things on the side of the road.
That's they're all holding weapons.
Yeah. Like cockroach spray.
What are you saying about Bob Bell?
Is he playing a Jew?
Заряд 2. Our firebase was captured.
What are you doing in this movie? Wasn't there a Wes Anderson or was it a guest movie or a Seinfeld guest spot? Like nothing? You're doing this? Okay. Your business. A paycheck to paycheck.
That's his paycheck. He's holding it right now.
M. Night's career was still a night before this film. People were still excited to see M. Night in the promotional material.
He was losing some goodwill after The Village. He still had some credit.
I was saying earlier today that Lady in the Water is the first point at which, if you haven't noticed there's something wrong with your career, there might be something wrong with you. Like, that's a good way to say it. It's like, it's at the tipping point, I guess.
Lady in the Water is a real tipping point.
Like, The Village,
Sixth Sense, great. Unbreakable, great. Signs, has its moments. Village.
Enemy has been neutralized. Position secured.
Comes Lady in the Water.
This is the first one where people were like, this is bad, and I can't trick myself into believing otherwise.
But then he came back and made up for it with the old happening. The Wahlberg Leguizamo joint that set the world on fire. And what's that? You don't like The Happening? How about Last Airbender? What's that? You don't like Last Airbender? How about After Earth? What's that? You don't like After Earth? How about The Visit, motherfucker?
3 of those films are great.
You be the judge.
Hey,
Which they are.
Fisher and Sons.
Freddie Rodriguez, 6 Feet Under. Oh, if I learned one thing from the Catwoman poster, it's that Adam loves when I spoil the first scene of 6 Feet Under.
Yeah.
Richard Jenkins is dead.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Well, we did it again. Call back.
That's not a real arm. P.S.
So is he supposed to be breaking the fourth wall right now?
No.
No.
That was really weird.
No, he's not talking at the audience, surprisingly. He's a human guinea pig for no reason.
Is he just working out outside of the apartment?
Literally
just, like hanging
half
out.
of his body. One arm, one leg.
I have a visual on hostile shoot over here.
See what happens.
But like, is it just hey, over here? Scientist?
He's not a scientist.
He doesn't look like a scientist. I've seen scientists.
Yeah,
They don't look like
generally.
Freddie Rodriguez. My face when I see this
He
movie.
just wants to be special. So does M. Night.
Mr. Leeds.
Any leads?
Okay. Bye-bye. Good talk.
That guy earned his money.
Good night. Go to bed.
What if we never saw him again?
That doormat's right, like one
Oh,
day
I get my pussy on Tuesday too.
Does he change it every day of the week?
Yep.
It's a useless doormat.
James Franco in the back.
What the fuck?
No.
No.
That's an inconvenient ashtray.
Here's the good thing. This is a bad movie. Oh yeah, now it's your
Wait,
problem,
what?
Giamatti.
How does that work?
He's a nice.
I also leave my ashtray outside my door when I smoke. It makes it so much easier.
They were like smoking inside, right?
And they left, yeah, I don't understand.
Smoking inside,
I don't understand
ashtray
the placement
outside.
of that ashtray.
Yeah. You wouldn't want the cigarette butts after smoking.
Oh, Bob Balaban's a film.
M. Night loves film critics.
They weren't super kind to The Village, his last movie before this, so I wonder if that's going to come into play.
Yeah. The fact that he uses this as a, oh yeah, my kids, this is a story for my kids. No, it's a story for you. M. Night.
So
It's very clearly a story for you.
yeah, stop blaming your kids. So, fun fact about it.
Come on, now, down!
It doesn't particularly look like it, except when you understand the fact they built this for the movie. I'm not joking. That's real.
What the fuck?
They built
Why?
I'm not surprised.
That's like
I'll tell you why. Because nothing that fucking looks like this with an outdoor pool exists in Philadelphia, where he insists on filming. Just like an LA or Miami, like bungalow apartment, where.
Yes.
But gotta go to Philadelphia in the Shyamalan-verse. That's how they recoup the losses for this movie.
you You're too narrow-minded. You don't see the bigger picture, Scott.
He's a businessman. He's a businessman.
Study
first and
advance.
foremost.
We've lost
Businessman
control of
first,
the firebase. Our position has been
storyteller,
compromised.
children's storyteller second,
Messiah.
director third. Messiah third, director fourth.
So what do I just delete? What is happening?
Are we watching Flipper?
Yeah.
It's the love story between Paul Giamatti and a dolphin. How do I?
Just raining that last shot. Shut up. It's a weird cut.
Giamatti is the superintendent of an apartment complex that I think we're supposed to think is shitty, but like seems pretty nice.
Yeah.
It looks really nice.
Pretty spacious.
Yeah.
It looks like it was just.
Study advance. The firebase is lost.
Well, in it for some reason.
But
This might be the spiritual sequel to Biodome.
get out of there!
That's a reaction.
Drowning woman. Can you not? I mean, we're not getting a shot of the pool where we could see her underneath. Like, I don't know. How opaque is this water that you can't?
It's real murky. Like the plot. Boom, 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 boom.
Bazinga.
I'm here all day. Hey.
Attack this position. Вытащите меня! Я попал под серьезное дерьмо!
You can't. Oh yeah. Does he need
Are you talking about M. Night
glasses?
Shyamalan?
Why are you
talking about
looking
his
down?
character.
He's looking forward. He's not
He's looking. Yeah, he's looking
at
forward.
the water.
The water's down, Paul. Paul.
What are you doing?
Paul, don't cry. Look down. Paul.
Oh wow, this shot.
You're getting mad at a drowning woman. Is this what's happening?
That actually is pretty opaque water.
I wonder if they put.
Oh my god.
Target down. Yeah.
Why does he take his
Dead.
clothes off? What? I don't understand.
This is
I really don't get it. Like,
The firebase has been
did you
compromised.
not have
We
time
lost
to take
it.
his clothes off? Is she gonna like escape?
Oh, classic.
should have rolled the other way
Yeah. And not slipped.
and not slipped. No running by the pool. It's you put the sign up, Paul. Is that his hand or her
What?
hand?
I think that's his hand.
That's a
Yeah.
very feminine hand.
So what? He just like he was conscious.
Water's just jet.
Yeah, that's the movie. So what'd you think?
Study advance. Our firebase was captured.
It was a commentary on immigration.
I like it.
I'm a wet boy.
So she carried him.
I'm a wet boy, except my bed is bone dry. That I'm
And so are his clothes for that
As
matter.
are my clothes. Hey.
Hi.
Here's the medkit.
Bryce Dallas fires.
Objective has been secured.
It's gonna be pretty good though. Yeah. No.
It's like Ocean Farm.
The blue world.
Flew from space. The ship is coming through.
Technically, yeah. We're called the blue planet.
Yeah.
Like she has
Or the blue dot. The blue dot.
like someone's trying.
Yeah, I was gonna say good stylist in the blue world. Like underwater. I guess that's probably harder.
Is the blue world like Jurassic World? Because she's in that.
Oh yeah.
Has she been fighting T-Rexes? Them spitting little spitty ones?
There's a good YouTube song that was a parody of
Position cleared and under control.
Hold on, I have to pause you 1 second. Her name is Story. Continue.
Bryce Dallas Howard singing I Am Not Jessica Chastain. It's this big musical.
That is like a good public service announcement, because they might be like, I've never seen them in the same place at the same time. It might just be one person moving very quickly.
They are very easy to confuse.
So they speak English.
That's good to know. Good thing she didn't, you know, go to China or like Egypt right now. It's not doing too great.
Area 2, we've lost control of the firebase. Our position has been compromised.
Story. No.
I like that Shyamalan went with the first draft.
It's like placeholder.
Yeah, like insert.
But it's fine.
Starring Bryson Dallas Howard.
They started reading the scripts before.
Here's some mats. They'll fix you right up.
It was too late.
What am I gonna reshoot it? No time.
Наша зацепила!
I love it when people like.
We got a sniper! Shit!
Single tier.
Yeah.
That's how I cry.
That's because you're a faggot.
Whoa. Bazooper.
That's how I'm crying right now, because my feelings.
We can cry
Hurt
later when we're
feelings.
having a good
Get
time.
bullied. Where's Cool Cat? Cool Cat. You know.
So do they have consent?
How did you end up like this?
Is she a
Why is Giamatti acting surprised?
Is
You
this-
did this.
Is this the spiritual successor?
Yo, payback.
Shape of Water? From Guillermo del Toro? Created decades earlier.
Love story between the person and the fish monster.
Wow,
A
this
decade
is
earlier.
grabby. He's fucking same shit.
Grenades! Take cover! Area 2, the firebase is lost!
Some fresh
Target down! Enemy outpost secured.
Well, that's committed to tape.
That would be embarrassing if this was going on the internet.
Good luck running for president.
It's alright, I'll get all the satanic votes. So
It's true. It's a bigger demographic than you think.
you would be surprised.
Grenade out! Take cover!
back in
So
the
where's this
pool.
set? Is this set in Philadelphia? Or?
Every Shyamalan movie is set in Philadelphia.
Set in
I'm
Philadelphia.
not joking, because it's in the Shyamalan-verse.
So the portal to the blue world is in a pool in Philadelphia.
Philadelphia, like
The firebase has been compromised. We lost it.
born and raised.
Oh, she's being chased by the
Grass dog.
the red dogs from like Final Fantasy. Those like red 13s.
I was a bit of a grass dog in college.
You know so much about the lawn?
Don't talk about Bryce's pubic hair like
They've got very good comic stylists.
He's trying to.
But yeah, like Giamatti's the superintendent here. Mow your jungle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Perhaps they would be
Look at
able
the
to-
shit growing in it. What the fuck?
Like,
You've created a new species with
yeah,
unkempt
no 3-foot grass equals no grass dogs. Give it a trim.
finds a way.
Life does find a way.
oh my
Weird
god.
zoom for no reason.
That's
Grass dog,
amazing.
grass dog, grass dog, grass dog.
Okay.
Triangulate.
What is she doing?
Okay, alright.
That was amazing. Oh, that's an act break. That just.
That's an act break. Can we talk about all the acting involved in that for like 45
That
minutes?
was amazing.
So this film was somewhat marketed as a horror movie.
I remember it being marketed as horror,
motherfucker!
Surprise.
even though there's very little horror.
What did the Wikipedia page say about this?
Case in point. Case in point, Lullaby and Good Fright.
Area 2, looks like we're not going to make it out of here. We've been overrun. Out!
No, it's not trying to be a comedy. This is a very
Unintentional comedy.
earnestly made movie.
Are you a Great Dane?
It's not a Great Dane, he was green, aren't you listening?
We made a Grinch.
It's Grass Dog.
Also, I pulled a girl out of the pool and we fucked. I'm not crazy.
Also, she was underwater for 7 minutes.
Is slipped and hit my head, and she carried me back to the room.
I'm gonna look behind the forest. Why?
What kind of
Like,
apartment
what is
complex
this?
is
Yeah, I
this?
was gonna say. Are they off a highway?
Is this
like,
contained?
Eats this shit up.
Yes, but I don't know if they really do. I mean,
I think this is wow, a woman that dumb. This is what they find entertaining.
Visual contact, light infantry. Over. I got eyes on an enemy shooter. Over.
I truly believe, even though it's common knowledge at this point,
Visual contact, light.
they're dancing in the audience. As Ellen's dancing, no clue that she licks pussy.
Enemy charge spotted. We have to defuse it. No.
I wouldn't argue with him. I wouldn't argue with him.
Because you can see how comfortable they are with it, and in general, they're like housewives. They're not. It's common knowledge at this point.
We've disabled the church. All units, well done. We have taken the harbor. The road to Washington begins here.
I just don't understand. I just don't think people are looking for that, but they are, man. Tyra Banks and this show and The View. I watched Tim. My mother came to visit me for, Thanksgiving. She was watching The View. I watched like 5 minutes of it. I said, this shit, literally.
Dude, I watch it
in front of my mother. This shit is fucking awful.
Dude, I watch it religiously because it's so bad.
And I'm like that
I'm a
too.
big fan of watching stuff that is so awful.
I'm like that too. I'm the same way. But that was
And I yell at the screen because I've met Joy Behar a few times. You guys know her pretty well, or a bunch of the guys that come in here. And she's not that person that's on The View.
Joey Behar was an old school.
She would
like cunt, like, but in a good way. Like, one of the dude comics, like dude. She was one of the few women that like dudes was like, oh shit, like Joey's a fucking
She's a great actress.
Set a charge. Let's go defuse that shit.
Somebody gave her fucking 6 figures one week. And that bitch said, I'll be a old yenta with nothing to
whatever
say.
you want.
I don't give a fuck. She bought a house.
Right.
Fuck that, nigga. Who the fuck's calling me? Bill collector's calling me now, and it's just like, it makes you nervous. I used to tell bill collectors, lick my asshole. Lick my fucking asshole. I get tax letters, and I get nervous now because you got something. It's that handcuff shit. Fuck that. I'm ready to be homeless.
Yeah, just like the bathroom. You gotta protect it.
It's getting fucking shitty, dude, because we gotta watch this goofy shit.
Enemy infantry spotted.
Got a man down! Spike TV.
Objective Bravo is taking fire. Fight him up.
How much does a titty weigh? And it's just like, alright, that's cool, but that's not us. That's the dumb us that women love. They don't like the fact that we're stronger and play chess. You ever meet a bitch that can play chess? Ever in your fucking life. No, and you never will. That's what they turn it into.
Objective Bravo landed. We gotta get our asses over there and defuse it now.
We're just fucking done. Where is there one motherfucking man on TV? One.
Well, I mean,
A dude, like a fucking dude with where.
can't be dudes on this time of the day. They're all working.
Objective Bravo's under fire. I thought this bitch is up.
I joke, but TV's still old school. They're catering to women that are at home.
God damn it, we just lost Objective Bravo, over.
Mentality. Yeah, there's no fucking dude.
Both
watching Ellen
objectives
for the
are
most
gone.
part. Any
Fall
dude
back to the
watching
next
View,
base.
this is
Now.
all programming for women that
Anywhere.
stay home.
Anywhere. Even at night. Other than wrestling, boxing.
You got your Jay Leno and David Letterman. I don't do you got your Jay Lenos and David Lettermans. There's only one of each. You got Jay Leno, you got David Letterman, and Kimmel and all those guys. They're doing their thing because there's more like dudes that are watching at that time. There's no dudes watching TV during the day unless you like do a radio show and you have nothing else to do after you get home. That's the only reason. I guess there's still a lot more women at home than guys.
Even Dr. Phil, I watch.
Enemy infantry.
The woman's always right. Like it's the woman. It's always the dude that's fucking up the world. Like it's like,
Of course, because
like women ain't shit, Phil. Why don't you just
Hey,
say
I got a
it
visual
once?
on hostile infantry. I want you to know, enemy infantry in the area. Stand down.
When's it gonna stop?
And that's why, you know, we're here. Because we.
Hey guys, we got enemy infantry in the area. Alright, go in there, guys. We got eyes on enemy infantry.
That's why Nickelodeon asked me to do something.
Cover me! I'm reloading!
For the fact that I already know I'm fucked up. So I'm not even gonna take these goofy jobs that they offer me. If Disney ever made a mistake and offered me a job, I forget. It'd be for millions. I go, look, this contract would have to say I get this money up front. Because I like the culture.
Objective Alpha, take it here, come on!
Stick it in my reloading. Some hooker says, yeah. Someone do know me at the same time. That's that kid's show.
Enemy infantry in the area. They got me locked down!
This is ridiculous. That's what happened to
You gotta fix yourself up to that shit. Out!
He knew he was a goddamn.
Yeah, keep your heads up. We got enemy infantry. Cook him out!
We just said, look, give me a break, nigga. Look at my hair.
Objective Alpha is taking heat. We gotta protect it. Infantry spotted.
Cowboys today, the really bad ones in the supermarket, and a lot of times they're pretty active. That's the good part about those things. And they said that
Enemy infantry spotted.
Trying to kill him.
I got visual hostile infantry. Eyes on enemy! Enemy! We got hostiles.
I bet you it is true.
Enemy! Take them out! Hey! We gotta go defuse that shit before it's too late!
They just tired of
Spotted!
guy who runs around the world arrested for getting no he's just sitting there crying like a bitch instead of going, oops, I got caught. Look, I'm trying to hide as long as I can. But let's be honest.
Eyes on enemy!
in the old slave burial ground when he said that.
Like, he fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, black people can't even, like, do that. You would have loved him if they just say, yeah, I do the same thing. What you gonna do?
Enemy infantry spotted!
You gonna say cracker? Tell the truth. Like, you gonna say cracker? That's like, yeah, I say cracker.
Hey guys, we got enemy infantry in the area.
I don't feel bad.
Alright fellas, objective Bravo is taking fire. We gotta do something about it.
This world is coming. We really getting pussied up. And what's happening is men are now pushing
Enemy infantry spotted. Oh Jesus, they just set a charge. Let's go. Eyes on enemy.
Sit on the phone and bleed for no reason anymore.
Well, the nation's doomed.
Yeah, we got
This country's doomed. We are witness to the tail end. Maybe not the fall. Maybe in our lifetime.
Objective Bravo is under fire.
Of an empire that was once great. But you
a
will
short run too.
You
ain't
will
it?
see, yeah.
It's only been what? How long has this run? Since 1945?
The candle that burns
Hey, wake up! Objective Bravo taking fire.
long, my friend.
1945, we started running shit.
45.
Ever since that big mushroom thing, man, we started running shit.
Enemy charge planted. Get to it. Enemy infantry spotted. Fire in! Take fire over here!
Running things, but you know,
We
a
can't
couple
even get a
hundred
Ming
years
Dynasty run. We can't get 5,000 up
from
in this
beginning
bitch.
to end. I'm talking
5,000.
5,000. We are headed down the road to ruin.
And what is the main reason why you think?
Objective Alpha! Objective Alpha has been lost! Both objectives are lost! Enemy Enemy, take them out!
Jobs going overseas, the devaluation of the dollar to the point where foreign countries aren't even going to
Hey, watch out guys, we got eyes on enemy
switch to
infantry!
the euro or some other denomination. Like everything in the old days used to be the dollar.
Hey guys, watch out, we got a sniper in the area!
Everything was based on the stock market. Other countries would base their money on the dollar. Now we don't want it anymore. It's like, yeah, go fuck you.
What is it, the
we
war?
got the European. The war is a part of it. Just the economy, the influx of immigrants, illegal immigrants coming into the country. There's just a lot of things that are happening that are all pretty much based around this political correctness that's going on. No one can really crack a whip and say, this is what we have to
Enemy
do
infantry in
to
the area!
really
We got
get
hostiles!
the country back in the right direction.
Spotted!
No one wants do it because they're afraid of
Enemy infantry over there.
They want to please everybody.
Eyes on enemy.
They want any more like a leader like Reagan.
Enemy infantry.
Fuck what his opposition said. He's like, no,
Eyes on enemy
go
infantry.
fuck yourself. And then he do it. Bush is a douche.
Enemy infantry.
Giuliani will be the president.
He's like, you know, I think we might be beyond the point. of
Enemy
no return.
infantry spotted.
We're also, what did he say in his book? He's like, we're divided also amongst racial and financial lines, like class and race have separated the country to the point where, you know, there could be a civil war over this shit. It's just we don't like each other, basically speaking. We don't
Actually, all
we just don't like each other.
Eyes on enemy infantry.
You say something bad about us, we say something bad
Eyes on
about
enemy.
Asians or something, and everyone flies off the fucking handle. How is a country supposed to be like?
Enemy infantry spotted.
Mexico or something.
Hey, spot infantry.
Mexicans are gonna go, we own this.
Hey, the enemy's in a charge. Go, go.
And who the fuck's gonna stop it?
Enemy. Enemy planning in a charge. Get to it. Yes, Kato.
will make Mexico a state. And hook Mexico up like it's America. So they want to stay.
And then, like,
I think that's would take way too many resources.
But I'm just saying,
Take development. Take it hit. What are you doing? We gotta protect this shit.
I mean, so
All units, Task Force Viper is falling back. We just lost the harbor. I say again, we have lost the harbor.
I bet you that's all. It comes down to money.
it ain't like they don't have workers. They come over here
there's
to work
plenty
for
of them.
nothing.
There's such poverty, man.
That's true.
That would take a.
there's also so much corruption. Like, you ever see the police force down there? Forget about it.
That's what I'm saying.
You gotta throw those guys a couple of bucks.
Take over Mexico.
Take over.
You know what though? Donkey shows.
Yeah, that's a moneymaker. Right there, it's a big moneymaker.
Franchising opportunity right there. Right? It's a very interesting.
It stinks because I'm trying to make a little fucking money, man, and it's just nowhere for me to be.
Dude, that's an interesting thought there, but I don't know. I bet you it's a financial thing.
Just make Mexico the fucking 51st state.
I don't think Mexico really wants to be, is what the problem is. They're not just sitting here going, could you please? Yeah, but like the people in charge over there are doing just fine. And I don't think they want to give it up.
But I don't think that many Mexicans are coming here and fucking shit up. They're coming here doing jobs that no American wants to do.
But they live like third world country. They come here and they live in a lot of these shack towns. You ever see down in the Southwest, there's like just shanties that they're living in. They work in the fields or wherever.
Yeah.
They come back to it, and they're making this third world
over here.
There's
down
third
in
world conditions everywhere. There's poor people in this country.
Yeah, but you don't want to import third world countries. If we have them on
Okay, charge is up. Stand by. Round me! Ceasefire! Throwing motion
And that's why we allow it to happen. You don't think we can stop that if we
Watch your fire! Run this over here!
Cleaning up Walmart from 12 to
Motion visual traffic guys. Wounded one of the enemy snipers. Over.
What do you get clean? Ben, if there were no fucking illegal
We just took objective Bravo. Good work.
Holy shit, no one's here to clean. There is someone that would take the fucking job.
more than that. It's cheap labor. They don't have to worry about money under the table, my friend.
Motion sensor away. Charge is up. Stand back.
I was probably 15 until my early 20s. I did fucking Mexicans jobs. I did all the illegal immigrant jobs. dishwashing. Can I?
They defused the charge. Let's go.
That's what I fucking did, and I wasn't saying I want $19 a fucking hour. I was hoping for a little Jack Daniels beer and cigarette money. What? That didn't work. Yeah, but you adjusted.
You wanted to say nigga what?
I wanted to go into a life of crime. Our friend.
Did you want to say
I think he did.
Did you want to say
I think he
coon
did.
job?
Feeling that he kind of adjusted that.
Let me ask you this one last question, man.
I was nigga rich after I did Mexican work.
So let me ask you one last question. This is all seriously. Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Me and my man was having a conversation about this. Is these big corporation white guys, these fucking guys that sit on the top and they rubbing their hands together,
The harumph guys.
the harumph guys. Is there like it was like okay, Area 51 for instance?
Emma, over here.
Are they that evil where there's an alien somewhere and they go harumph, it's an alien, or harumph, there's a hole in the ozone layer that's killing everyone, but I'm gonna not fucking sell you electric cars to make things better. It's harumph, money, and no matter what the cost. Is there any humanity to these fucking harumph?
Throwing motion sensor.
Everybody.
No.
Like a fucking alien is somewhere in a bunker, and he's going.
Come on, back on your feet. Represent the charge. Keep an eye on it.
In the corporations that make a lot of money, they're part of the problem too, with the country. There's a lot of greed.
They defused our charge.
That
We're gonna get back in there.
Getting the money down to the bottom. That happens.
Is there not one motherfucker at the top of the pile, harumph, who goes,
Enemy infantry.
everybody?
No, they don't care.
I got eyes on an enemy shooter. Over.
It's greed. It's not this big conspiracy or anything. It's just
collateral damage, cancer. You got the cure for AIDS, but having the cure won't make money. So we'll just have something that makes it.
I don't think they got the cure for AIDS.
They got it somewhere.
You think so?
Yeah, your people.
I don't think that.
Where is it?
The Department of Liquor Stores in Black Neighborhoods. I know about that division of white people. I know
have
about
a problem with that. I have a problem with that. It's like I just sometimes to be individual and be black is tough. When you stand alone, you want it's like okay, is it black people or is it me? Right.
I got eyes on infantry. Over.
I'm ignorant on this, but when somebody goes, yo, motherfucker, guns in the community, black community, nigga, we don't make guns.
I have a visual on some bad guy. Infantry spotted.
That's why you shot me, because we don't make guns.
Visual contact. Okay, charging first. I have a visual on some bad guy. They defused our charge.
I understand the plot to kill us.
Okay, charge is armed. Stand by.
We'll solve the problem of guns in the community.
Yeah.
Don't shoot me.
All we are seeing. I gotta agree with you on that one, Patrice. That's a damn valid point.
Hey, we got a man down over here!
Oh, Jesus, we got a man down! Objective halfway down. Good work. We've got hostiles. We've got hostiles.
Title IX coordinators for Columbia University and Barnard College, the Columbia University Office of Equal Opportunity for Action. Petitions demand the above-mentioned officers of Columbia University and Barnard College to disclose information on the number, nature, and judicial resolution
This area advanced. Both objectives are secure. We're heading for the new target coordinates. Bad guys. Enemy infantry.
has led to even higher estimates of the LGBTQ population. Recent scandals at Amherst, USC, Notre Dame, and Occidental have revealed the shocking failure of colleges and universities across the country to prevent assaults on campus, or to fairly, compassionately, and promptly address the challenges of sexual assault. The first thing that should jump out to you about these statistics is that they are not. It is not true that 1/4 of women on college campuses have been sexually assaulted. Indeed,
All chances are transmitted. Stand back.
suggests that rape and sexual assault is actually lower on college campuses.
Motion sensor away.
Giving the figures 7.6 per 1,000 for Rome students and 6.1 per 1,000 students. In December 2013, The Blue and White, the monthly undergraduate magazine of Columbia University, published an article called Accessible, Prompt and Equitable, an examination of sexual assault at Columbia. This piece examined the alleged sexual
We've got objective Bravo. Move out.
identities of all the participants of the pursuit. One of these is the account of Tom and Sarah, who were friends with benefits and had already and at the end of the night, they headed back to Sarah's room. Sarah claims that, minutes in, Tom grabbed her wrists and pinned her arms behind her head.
Throwing motion sensor.
Я перезаряжаю!
Afterwards, he
Ожидайте infantry. Over. I got some light infantry. Carrying small arms. Over. I have a visual on some bad guy. Motion sensor transmitting.
But according to Sarah's law, Columbia's concern with the public image resulted in a lack of transparency in its policy meant to keep its students safe, and undermined the university's
Motion sensor away.
Despite Sarah's account of what really could be described as Sarah never otherwise kept it to herself. The reason she gave for this was that going to the police or even talking with a therapist, let alone filing a report of any kind, was too emotionally exhausting to pursue. Sarah was apparently suffering from serious depression from meeting Tom and had recently ended an emotionally abusive relationship herself. She would later wonder whether Tom had used her vulnerability to manipulate her. Her fragile state Tom often forcefully pinned her.
We've set the charge.
Allegedly, the ex-girlfriend of Tom would cry during and after the sex. Not until months after their breakup, to realize this as a non-consensual relationship. Sarah claimed that she felt terrified for her peers after discovering that Tom had assaulted a second person. I knew
Throwing motion sensor.
if I didn't report it,
Let's focus the attack here. Objective boundary taken. We got it. We are assaulting that position. I have a visual on hostile shoot over here. I have a visual on an enemy sniper.
policy violation occurred.
We got them now. Cover them.
Not responsible.
Let's assault this position.
Sarah's real name is Emma Solkowitz, who was an art student at Columbia University, and she had made her allegation of a journal called Paul Nogessa. And really, this is where the story should have ended. It appears that false allegations were filed against Paul Nogessa.
Вытащите меня!
As he indeed was by Columbia University. However, by April of 2016,
Okay, charge is set.
this had been agitating for over the sexual assault cases of Columbia. During the No Red Tape protests at days on campus, these protests
They defused our church. We gotta get back in there.
sister Emma Solkowitz with red tape over their mouths in protest over Columbia's sexual assault education programs, support services. Senator and feminist activist Congressman Gillibrand.
Hey, here is some ammo!
The Senate Appropriations Subcommittee on Labour, Health, Human Services and Education investigate and enforce sexual assault laws in colleges and universities. Columbia University, Gillibrand pointed to a combination of underfunding and poor staff training at schools across the country.
Let's focus the attack here!
To boost enforcement of current laws. This was reported by CBS News. And to give this case extra weight, they interviewed Solkowitz, who apparently claimed that Columbia University dismissed him.
Okay, charge is on! Stand by!
I'm loath to say that Solkowitz is lying, but this is not true. The university did
Enemy shooter over there!
investigation. Solkowitz is a feminist victim icon, as her story was picked up on and widely circulated by mainstream media outlets, such as this example from the New York Times, which helped fuel an unfounded...
They defused the charge! Let's go! Who's taking? Get a man down! Enemy infantry!
These claims are increasingly common at universities across the country. Interestingly, they point out that a new network of activists makes shrewd use of the law and the media in an attempt to step up pressure on colleges. These are networks of feminist activists, although the article omits that information. However, the article does include that there is scant evidence that sexual assault is more or less prevalent than in the past, or how Columbia compares with others. The story mentions also social work, justice, to education.
Charge is off! Stand back!
There is no evidence
We are assaulting that position!
Bureau of Justice statistics would indicate that university campuses are actually safer than their surrounding cities when it comes to the incidence of assault. So it would be the attempt by Senator Gillibrand and her network of feminist activists to influence...
Advertise on infantry, over! We've set the charge! Keep an eye on infantry! We just secured objective 1 safe position.
...is the false explains that the contention comes from compliance with federal rules. Title 9 of the Education Amendments of 1972 states that no person shall, on the basis of sex, be excluded from
Motion sensor transmitting.
or subjected to discrimination in educational programs.
All units, well done! We have taken the harbor! The road to Washington begins here!
In 2011, the Education Department's Office for Civil Rights sent a letter to colleges putting them on notice that it saw many of them mishandling sexual assault cases and that it would use a new, stricter interpretation of their duties under Title IX. The article continues to weave elements of Emma Solkowitz's story with the information on Title IX to show why this is necessary, and then state that Solkowitz has channeled some of her frustration into action, appearing with Senator Gillibrand last month to speak out and joining in the federal complaint against Columbia. This would see the beginning of something of an informal public partnership between Solkowitz and Gillibrand, with Solkowitz wishing to have a platform with which to project her story, and Gillibrand wishing to use her as the example of a young lady who has been...
Hey, man, where the fuck are you going?
The article concludes by saying...
Come on, let's focus our attack right here.
We've hit them where it hurts, their reputations. So what has happened so against the university, drafting in political figures with an interest in this subject, and networks of feminist activists to gain influence over interpretation of the particular law and implement stricter policies, creating increased ideological control for feminism. And the only justification for any of this happening is feminism itself. Without a feminist making a false claim, without feminists providing false statistics on 1 in 4 women being sexually assaulted at campuses, without feminists in the media wishing to participate in this campaign and give Solkowitz a platform, and without feminists actively pushing
enemy infantry. Drop that motherfucker!
And those who need to implement stricter policies, no further ideological control over universities. Put simply, the feminist hysteria over rapes and college campuses. The only reason that this is happening is the at every level. And most importantly of all, this is all built on lies. 2 weeks after the news,
get out now! Get back over here!
Groups of vigilantes were scrawling the names of accused rapists in the girls' bathroom, which the university was going to have scrubbed off. Among the names on these lists was Paul Nungessa, the alleged rapist of Emma Solkowitz, who was cleared by the university. This story was picked up by New York Magazine, who published an article called "After Police Report, Columbia Spectator Publishes Name from Campus for Rape." In this article, would have a better time than I did in prosecution. I felt like I had a civil and public duty to report as well. Just that she was in the process of filing a formal complaint.
I got eyes on a light tank!
2 years after the incident is alleged to have occurred, and complains that the officer basically treated me as if I was the criminal. Police informed her that they were currently looking for Paul Nungessa, who was out of the country and had returned to Germany temporarily. Nothing came of the complaint.
We got a sniper! Shit!
Approximately 4 months later, Emma Solkowitz can't wait. For as long as her alleged rapist goes to work, a dorm room mattress wherever she goes. For the visual arts senior thesis.
One of the rules of the piece is that I'm not allowed to ask for help when carrying the mattress, but others are allowed to give me help if they come up and offer it. So I'm hoping that not only do I get better at carrying the mattress, but that other people will learn about the piece. And I don't know. I mean, I'm not hoping that everyone comes and helps, but I think
Charge set. Fire in the hole.
I'm very interested in seeing where this piece goes and what sort of life it takes on.
And indeed, this piece did end up going on a very long way and taking on a very interesting life.
They disabled our charge!
The Post reported on this art project and called Paul Nungessa a rapist in the title of the article. This story was so widely circulated
Okay, the charge is set.
being interviewed by Melissa Harris Perry on MSNBC. And amongst the widespread reporting on progressive media was this
looks like they disabled our charge! Enemy infantry!
calling Emma Solkowitz a typically messianic artist, despite reporting that Paul Nungessa was found innocent by the university.
I dropped that motherfucker!
Where's that bitch? The tone of the article proceeds as if Emma Solkowitz is telling the truth. The author says it is so simple. The woman in her mattress, refusing to keep her violation private, carrying with her a stark reminder of what took place.
Gents, we just took that shit like nobody's business. Let's go.
And stating that it will set a very high standard for any future work she will do. Immensely personal, yet aggressively political performance art. This is the Solkowitz's star as a feminist artist really began to rise. 2 days after she began Artsnet.com was calling it one of the most important artworks of the year, and by December, Vulture.com had named it #1 of the 19 best art shows of 2014, describing Mattress Performance as a piece that comes from righteous indignation, messianic rage, and the drive for justice. And the Brooklyn Museum
Hey, Brute, get your ass back over here!
hosted an hour-long interview with Emma Solkowitz on the subject of her performance. Whether the mattress itself would wind up in a museum. The museum wants to buy it. Catherine Morris, the curator of Brooklyn Museum's Center for Feminist Art, saying, "I can definitely imagine it in the future. What makes the work so interesting and viable for the long term is its immediacy." While all of this was going on, Emma Solkowitz found herself as the inspiration for a feminist protest movement based on her performance. Throughout September and October of 2014, hundreds of protested in the States, carrying their own mattresses throughout the campus. As a de facto by setting up her own website called Carry That Weight, and helping to organize a day of action through an email list. In January of 2015, Senator Gillibrand invited Emma Solkowitz to speak at the State of the Union address about her experiences and about her project, with the New York Daily News reporting that Solkowitz said, "Sometimes it takes a federal hand to make colleges listen." Gillibrand had invited Solkowitz to the speech in an effort to highlight a bipartisan bill that would force colleges to step up collection of information on sexual assault and adopt tougher, standardized processes for dealing with sexual assault. Despite Paul Nungesser being found innocent of the charges, Gillibrand called Solkowitz a woman of great courage who got no justice. And of course, by this point, Solkowitz had vastly expanded the reach of her mattress performance project. She says, "The piece I am doing is not just based on Columbia, it's based on all survivors at every college. So I hope that when people think of my art piece, they don't just think of it as a Columbia piece." Solkowitz's performance piece had taken on a symbolic By May 2015, it was referenced in a commencement speech by UN Ambassador Samantha Power, saying that it takes a woman picking up a mattress and carrying it around.
Charge is set. Fire in the hole.
See it. A mattress that is capable of being this graduating class carrying.
Who's taking it?
Speaking of men from Columbia University, let's take a look at what Paul Nungesser had been doing during this time.
Looks like they disabled our charge. Come on!
Media coverage, although it was far less frequent, and finding positive pieces from his perspective was far more difficult. On the 24th of October 2014, while Emma Solkowitz was currently rising to prominence as a performance artist and protester, the Observer published an article that was based on an interview with Paul Nungesser's lawyer, who criticised Emma Solkowitz. He said, while drawing attention to the important issue of campus rape, she's clearly enjoying the celebrity she of carrying her mattress around campus, but the attendant media frenzy is suddenly legitimised an event which, after an investigation and a hearing, the university not occur, in which the NYPD has thus far pursued. What has clearly been lost in all this is that she has achieved this destroy her It's absolutely mind-boggling to conduct by giving her credits, all after finding that the young man was not guilty. Needless to say, politicians, feminist activists, and the media had made Paul Nungesser's life easier to tell, despite the fact that he was free to operate on Columbia University and was officially under no allegations. They pushed the story that he was guilty. the details of which Paul Nungessa was able to expand upon in an interview with the New York Times, almost 5 months after the story of Mattress Girl had gone viral. He has gotten used to former friends crossing the street to avoid him. He has even gotten used to being denounced as a rapist and flies in a rally at the university's quadrangle. Though his name is not widely known beyond Morningside Heights campus, Mr. Nungessa is one of America's most notable...
I'm changing mags!
Take those busters out!
He says
There you
he
go,
is
take
an
that med
assistant
kit!
at the same university that found
Look, come on!
advocated its own responsibility.
Charge armed, stand by!
Letting mob justice overrule its official procedures. The Mattress Project is not an act of free expression, it is an act of bullying. A very public, very personal, and very painful attack designed to hound him out of Columbia, and it is being conducted with the university's active support. There is a number
Enemy sniper spotted! C4 spotted, watch it!
Objective Alpha secure. Good work, man.
They decided to take action when they heard
On your right.
everything he has said is true. This is a campaign designed to the very premise of the project was to carry out this internally respect. Picked up on this
This is Wolf 2. Both objectives are secure. Roster Mike to the next base.
supported by evidence. What is the was not able to bring up certain forms of proof, such as communication from himself. Nungessa claims that this is evidence that the university's procedure was biased against him. After Senator Gillibrand had invited Emma Solkowitz to speak at the State of the Union address, Nungessa said, "I am shocked to learn that Senator Gillibrand is actively supporting Miss Solkowitz's defamation campaign against me by providing her with a public forum in which to broadcast her grave allegation. By doing so, Senator Gillibrand is participating in a harassment campaign against someone who, for good reason, has been found On the 3rd of February 2015, the Daily Beast published an expose by Kathy Young, detailing, after seeing the social media interaction between them, how she believed he was not guilty. The piece details how they had a close friendship and intimate relationship.
Spotted some enemy.
Section. Nungessa provided the Daily Beast with Facebook messages with Solkowitz from August, September, and October 2012. In an email to the Daily Beast, Solkowitz confirmed that these records were authentic and not redacted in any way. While she initially offered to provide annotations explaining the context on the messages, she then emailed again to say that she would not be sending them. In response to Kathy Young's accurate reporting for the Daily Beast, Emma Solkowitz was interviewed by Mike.com in an article called "The Treatment of Miss Solkowitz Proves We Still Have No Idea How to Talk About Rape." Solkowitz describes Kathy Young's investigation and email correspondence with her as some kind of anti-feminist campaign. She says, "I didn't realise she's extremely anti-feminist and would do this in order to shame me," and suggests that Kathy Young has written other articles supporting the rapists and making survivors look unreliable. It is Emma Solkowitz's refusal to address the content of the Facebook messages provided by Paul Nungessa that demonstrate that she is willfully lying. And that you know that Mike.com is facilitating this for a reason. Mike.com decided to defend Emma Solkowitz by saying there is no perfect victim, and then they proceed to obfuscate the content of the Facebook message by suggesting that it was common for abused people to have had intimate physical relationships with their abusers. Despite the fact that Mike.com keeps referring to Nungessa as the alleged rapist, they declare categorically that Emma Solkowitz is a survivor. This means there must have been something for her to survive. This is them confirming that they believe Nungessa was a rapist, and that Emma Solkowitz is telling the truth despite the content of their Facebook messages. We know this because the full content of their Facebook interactions was published after Paul Nungessa decided that he was going to sue Columbia University over bias. Nungesser filed a federal discrimination lawsuit against the school, its president, Nancy
over there.
Granger, and one of its professors. By refusing to protect Paul Nungesser, Columbia University first became a silent bystander, then turned into an active supporter of a fellow student's harassment campaign by institutionalizing it and heralding it. The lawsuit also alleges that John Kessler, the professor who's named as defendant, not only approved the project but also publicly endorsed the harassment and defamation of Mr. Nungesser. She is actively earning course credit from Columbia for this outrageous display of harassment and defamation, the lawsuit says. Paul's legal rights are being violated, and that his well-being and future prospects are set, which indeed they were. The interactions between Paul Nungesser and Emma Solkowitz were featured extensively in the lawsuit, and these interactions definitively prove Nungesser's innocence. The conversations demonstrate Nungesser and Solkowitz's relationship.
Oh, fucking sniper!
This image discussing intimate conversations in which Solkowitz tells Nungesser that he should feel proud of being a good guy. At one point, Solkowitz outright states, "Fuck me in the butt," and Paul replies, maybe not, joke, I miss your face though, to which she replies, ha 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 ha, don't you miss my lopsided arse? To which he replies, I do, just not that much. The lawsuit details how they were friends with benefits while they were still at Columbia. They had platonic sleepovers and had sex.
Yeah, I got eyes on you.
On the second occasion, Emma had asked Paul to engage in anal sex with her. Paul had stated he had no experience with it, Emma said she had enjoyed taking part with other men and wanted him to proceed. The two engaged in anal sex as part of their foreplay, then they progressed into vaginal intercourse. Following their sexual encounters
Transponder has been
the two
planted.
discussed their relationship. Both times they concluded that they would remain primarily as friends, they would not enter into a relationship. Despite broaching the topic of anal sex with Paul, Emma later denied doing so.
Target identifier in place. Archer, stand by fire.
She stated, I've officially had sex with all of John Doe's best friends. Did lots of drugs, just got very drunk. Hey,
there's your med kit!
I actually hate John Doe. Like, if a girl is about to puke, don't put your unprotected dick into her. I really don't want to be known as the girl who contracted an STD because she was drunk. It is more his fault for fucking me unconscious. I mean, I was conscious, but clearly not in my right mind.
Hey, heads up, guys. We got a sniper in the AO.
To console her about having an STD, Paul and Emma also messaged Paul frequently throughout the summer, with messages including, love you, miss and love you by the way, Paul, I really miss you, I really miss you, Paul, I love you so much, please stay with me forever, Paul, I miss you so much. Like, you know when you tell people you miss them, you mean it? I miss you, I love you so much. Anything, I love you. I would love to have you here. Oh my god, we could snuggle.
Yeah, I got a visual on some bad guys.
Dude, I miss you so much, I love you. Exclamation marks. These
Hey, we got our
and similar messages continued until October 2012. When Paul messaged Emma to say that he had been seeing a woman while abroad, Emma typed, are you guys in love?
They defused our charge!
Yeah, see,
Come on, let's get it back up!
I don't know, I mean, it's not going to last. Emma asked, are you guys a thing?
Yeah, the charge is armed. Make sure nobody fucks with it.
Emma wrote to Paul, I want to snuggle with you and talk about our summers.
Defuse our charge!
On August 27th, 2012, on the first night back at
Yeah, we got that charge on. Make sure nobody gets anywhere near that place. Keep your eyes open for that sniper.
The software sexual encounter involved vaginal and anal sex intercourse. This is the
explosive charge has been planted. Stand by.
You got a sniper! Shit!
Enemy infantry in the area. Come on, let's reset that thing.
Taking fire!
Since summer, her alleged rapist responded, when are you guys coming through? Emma wrote back to her alleged rapist, I'll probably come about 10:45. Is that cool? Her alleged rapist wrote back, sweet, yeah.
Yeah, we just bagged Victor Bravo over.
Is ADP a rager? Paul wrote back, "No, nah, it's a little too many guys right now." Beeps. Emma wrote back to her alleged rapist, "Okay, let them know I'll be there with the female spawn." At 11:06 p.m. she messaged Paul saying, "Are people still there? Heading over now." This is 2 days after she claims that she was raped. 2 weeks later, on September the 9th, thereafter, Paul sent Emma a happy birthday message as follows, to which Emma responded, "I love you, Paul. Where are you?" The lawsuit details how Emma's efforts for affection to Paul reciprocated.
Hey, wake up! You're fucking losing this shit like this!
Yeah, Emma's yearning for Paul had become a weakness. She was quick to inquire whether he was in love with the woman he was seeing abroad. Thereafter, she continued pursuing him, reiterating that she loved him. However, when Paul did not reciprocate these intense feelings and instead showed interest in dating other women, Emma became viciously angry. And this brings us to the course of events that began this video. Subjects would then claim in an interview with Vice Magazine the term "fuck me in the butt"
Hey, it's Vice Infantry over there.
totally out of context, and that the phrase was an idiom used to mean, "Oh my god, that's so annoying." I'm happy to but she had no clue addresses on it. She pursued her alleged rapist long after the apparently occurred, nor as to why she failed to report it to the university authorities or the police until almost a year had passed. It was reported that an email had been sent around the school to the students to inform them that they would not be allowed to bring large objects to the graduation ceremony, and they would have to be left nearby and collected afterwards. This was obviously a direct message to Emma Solkowitz and her supporters not to bring the mattress to the graduation. But of course they did so anyway, and the university did nothing.
There you go, there's your first aid!
You can see a procession of students carrying a mattress with Emma Solkowitz to graduate.
Oh Jesus, we got a man down!
The university is meant to shake each student's hand to congratulate them on graduating. So needless to say, when the Columbia president refused to shake Emma Solkowitz's hand, it was mildly controversial. It's alleged by Solkowitz and her supporters that
Hey, I'm throwing a grenade!
Solkowitz lingered with the mattress and straightened up and kept walking, shrugging with her foot. They even tried to smile at him.
I gotta reload!
Alright, yeah, we got that explosive charge planted. Everyone stand by.
Here's some ammo.
Well, you might be thinking, well, good for him, for at least standing for something.
Heads up, I got eyes on the
The alternative version of this sense of events people saw in person.
Line them up!
The students who chose to carry the mattress in their hands marched quite past Valentini as the Bollinger, rather than pausing for the traditional handshake.
We got objective. Oh, getting lit the fuck up! Isn't there anyone else out here? Shit!
Is incorrect, and does not ring true to anyone who knows the President Bollinger and his graciousness. The day after the graduation, it was reported that a friend of Emma Solkowitz had accused Paul Nungessa of assaulting him as well. According to Adam, during the conversation he had with him, Nungessa asked him to sit on the bed, rub his shoulders and back, and then gently pushed him down and proceeded to stroke his leg and finally massage his crotch for approximately 2-3 minutes while Adam froze in shock. He was finally able to muster will to get up and leave. The investigators' report noted numerous contradictions in Adam's account, as well as its drastic discrepancy with the Facebook record. Nungessa's account, on the other hand, was not only consistent, but matched by corroborative evidence. This appears to have been another lie, another false allegation of sexual assault, levelled at a man who has been dogged by a group of people consistently levelling false accusations of sexual assault. It seems that there is a pattern of malicious behaviour from this group of friends, and it seems to stem from the fact that Paul Nungessa did not want a relationship with Emma Solkowitz. Given the high profile of the case and the categorical
Enemy charge spotted! We have to defuse it!
against
No!
Emma Solkowitz's accusations, false allegations, all the allegations of her friends that she seems to have...
The enemy has set the charge! Go, go!
Combined with the highly politicized nature of the feminist activism being performed using this fraudulent case as a basis, it should come as no surprise that concerned members of the public felt the need Solkowitz proceeded to post various images
Objective Bravo is under fire! Sure, we got to get the Bravo is lost!
used to communicate about this case.
Both objectives are lost! We need to fall back!
Now!
Move!
Carrying her mattress with the words "Pretty Little Liar" overlaid on top. The same was also done to Lena Dunham after she had alleged she had been raped by a Republican who it turned out did not exist. Needless to say, these posters caused and received a great deal of media attention, provoking one of Nunges's accusers to pen an article on Jezebel.com entitled "I am not a pretty The characterization that pins them as being a friend of Mattress Girl is not true. She's friendly with Emma Solkowitz, but not friends per se. Since then, we spent so much time about the demonstration.
Enemy charge planted! We have to defuse it!
Because
enemy light down,
did not sexually assault anyone, and he was the victim of a malicious
The enemy has set the charge! Let's move!
that was picked up by the media in order to run him out of Columbia University and destroy his career and prospects. For someone to then say
Objective Bravo is under attack! Do you get in there? It's gone!
because that way you don't have to feel like a liar. But even if you don't believe me, I don't care.
Objective Alpha is under attack! Let's go! Over.
Because it was the right thing to do. And if I've
This is Zaryad
protected
1.
even one
We lost
person
both
from
objectives.
them,
Fall
it's
back
been
now.
worth it. 2 weeks after the Pretty Little Liar poster campaign, it seems that Emma Solkowitz tried to strike back and reassert her narrative of the events in what was termed a troubling video performance. The project, which was titled "This Is Not a Rape," in reference to The Treachery of Images, explanatory text which warned the visitor the following consensual. Solkowitz says, "This Is Not a Rape" is not about one night in August 2012. It's about your decisions starting now. It's only a reenactment if you disregard my words. It's about you, not him. You might be wondering why I've made myself this.
I have a visual on some bad guys.
Yeah, nailed him! Watch this video without my consent, then I hope you will find reasons for objectifying.
Objective Bravo is in trouble! Enemy charge! Get some guys out there! We have to defuse it! No!
Case.
The enemy has set the charge! Go, go!
This is not a rape about what you wanted to make it about. Rape. The video, which was uploaded down with a DDoS attack, shows Emma Solkowitz allegedly reenacting Emma Solkowitz's story. Complete with although Solkowitz wanted it to become
Objective Alpha is in trouble! Get some guys out there!
in an attempt to
We lost Objective Bravo! Fire! Fight them off!
like accessories to her rape.
This is Zaryad 1. Both objectives are lost. Fall back to the next base.
Of a legitimate victim of rape, and reinforced in the minds of many onlookers that Emma Solkowitz was in fact lying and looking for attention. Solkowitz continued her artistic career, but found it difficult to move beyond the title Mattress Girl that she had earned for herself with the Carry That Weight performance. In February of 2016, she tried to move beyond the title of Mattress Girl, as reported favourably by the LA Times. No mattresses are in sight, only Solkowitz and an uncannily lifelike sculpture of her, Emma Drum, standing on pedestals. Empty pedestals are placed
Enemy charge planted! We have to defuse it!
invited to step up and talk with them. When they speak to Solkowitz about wander into mattress territory, she will direct you to Emma who speaks for an iPad app experiences on the 24th of June 2016.
The enemy has set the charge! Let's move!
Gave Emma Solkowitz the Woman of Courage Award at its 2016 Forward Feminism Conference. I think this is absolutely
Objective Alpha has taken compromise. We need to protect it.
Narrative surrounding Emma Solkowitz had diverged so significantly from reality how often Emma Solkowitz claims that she was raped. Her own words demonstrate that she was in fact
Objective Bravo is under fire. We've got a hold of her.
time, and she appears to have left.
We've lost both objectives. Fall back now. We need to defend the next
Emma
base.
Solkowitz's mattress performance, having been embraced by feminists far and wide as an example of the injustices done to poor young women on college campuses, are all in the same boat, where they have to accept her word as the God-given truth, regardless of the actual evidence that comes to light. This is in effect a mass delusion among feminists, which they all need to think or the illusion is shattered. Emma Solkowitz's feminist art career kept going from strength to strength, holding bizarre and esoteric performance pieces that doubtless have some. While researching this video, I had to investigate these art pieces for myself. In fact, I can't really see the artistic merit
Light down for the move. Over.
The latest example of which was from the 25th of May 2017, in which Emma Solkowitz is tied up and whipped by an old man. Again, not a piece that was successful at persuading the public at large that she is actually a
Enemy charge planted! We have to defuse it!
someone
No!
who is desperately seeking attention and attempting to satisfy her own sexual fetishes. She explains this by saying, "What is